We have Michael Milewski, leading software engineer and co-founder at Failure Driven. Michael is a developer, keen on the people side of things.
And we have Selena Small, head of delivery and lead software engineer at Freso, Melbourne, Australia. Selena is a self-taught coder and very passionate about TDD. Welcome, Selena, and welcome, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
The stage is yours.
Yes, and their speech will be titled 10 times your teamwork through pair programming. Okay, guys, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Must be the new hire. I reckon she's starting in HR.
Hi, I'm Selena.
Selena. Yeah. They mentioned there was a new hire coming in today. What's she doing here? Maybe she's a designer? I'm Michael Milewski, here at Aviator, senior developer.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Before we get started, just a little shout out to JetBrains, whose products we use in this presentation, and for your chance to win. Pull out your phones, any phones, scan the QR code, get up here.
Woo! Winning, yeah.
Tweet, and the winners will be announced on Twitter later today.
Can I enter twice?
No, Michael, it's not for you, it's for them.
Oh, okay. Right, for you guys. Well, better get your phones out and tweet those images.
All right. I'm really excited to get started on my first day here. So can you fill me in on how things work?
Well, not sure about people like you who don't code, up here advertising giveaways, but the dev team, we're about to have a stand-up. Catch ya.
What? Thinks I can't code. Oh, right, it's because I'm a woman. It's probably why he thinks I'm a designer too. And he's a bit up himself, senior developer over there, Michael Milewski. Suppose I shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
My card today. To-do list, delete item. Huh? With Selena? Hang on, are you a developer?
Yeah, well, you don't look progressive enough to have me here as your CTO, so might as well cut some code.
Right, well, come and join us here at Stand Up.
All right, so tell me a bit of background on this story.
Oh, this is going to be some serious coding. This is not just some CSS, honey. Yeah, great point.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, perfect. Let's keep it that way. I think I'm even going to need Stack Overflow to help sort this one out.
Really? You guys use React, right? I mean, it sounds like we're just going to need a callback function to respond to a delete action, but maybe we could start with a kickoff to get some background.
A kickoff? You know, when Sam started, he wanted to change things up a little bit, make us more agile, change up the stand-ups, add story points, that kind of stuff. But I suppose somebody like you would need a kickoff. So all we need to know is that we have a to-do list and we need delete functionality.
But why do we need it?
To delete to-dos. Done. I think we're ready to go.
Hold on. But why do we need to delete to-dos? Like, what's the purpose? What is the business value?
Whoa, you're going a bit above your pay grade there. All you need to know is that this is a React app and we have a list of item components that need the ability for deletion. We're probably going to write a callback function. You know, in the old days, they used to call them
Don't you guys
call.
just love a good splain? You know, like when a man splains to you what's going on? Ugh.
All right, well, I think you're ready to go then. Come and join me at my machine. All right, here's the terminal. We got that going. Whoa, let's run those tests. Oh, yeah, that's that. And this is the IDE. Yep, this is all that. Cool. And, that test is failing.
Right. Cool. Okay, so you got a failing test already. We've got here marks an item is complete when the toggle complete is called. Okay, and if I go and look in the code, we've got some code over here.
apptest.jsx.
Well, hold on. Let me just have a look at the structure of the code first.
No, I think you want to go straight to apptest.jsx.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, just the first one there.
Okay, sure. Well, maybe this will tell me what it does.
Line 39. Put a debugger in.
What? A debugger?
Just scroll down. Yes, put it in. D-E-B, debugger.
But why? Like.
Put a debugger statement in.
All right. I don't know what we're trying to do, though.
Oh, yeah, hang on. Debugger? This is not going to run in the browser. Get rid of that. Oh, the setup's wrong. You've got to get your 1, 2, 3s in front of your A, B, Cs. Boom! That's how you do it, right? You followed that. Oh, it's some really good pairing. Cool. Let's just git add all of that and git commit minus done, right? And we'll just get this in there. Woo-hoo-hoo!
What is that? Is your camera on?
Lol commits, baby. Whoa, that was a good lol commit. Yeah. Oh God, this is so good.
Oh my God.
Well,
Can you believe he was recording me?
all right, I think it's time to get a coffee after that good pairing.
What a creep. I had no idea the camera was on. I actually feel a bit uncomfortable now. Coffee time, I guess.
How do you have your coffee?
Turkish.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Black.
You know, when a barista asks me how I take my coffee, I say very, very seriously. You know, hey, barista's least favourite customer. It makes a mock of me crazy. Do you know what's the opposite of coffee? Sneezy.
All right.
You
All
like
right,
jokes?
all right. So, cool. How long have you been here at Aviato?
Oh, I was one of the first internal developers on this project.
Oh, so you must be really across the whole code base then.
Oh yeah, it's basically mine. Well, apart from John, the CTO, who hired you.
Oh, John, yeah. And he's known to be pretty big on TDD, right?
Test-driven development all the way.
So why was it that we started on this card with a failing test?
Seem to know a lot about it. Maybe you should jump on the keys when we get back.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Ooh, Jane's phone left unlocked. You beauty.
All right, cool. So,
I think you want to, write another test.
you okay?
Oh, yeah. No, that's good. I mean, got to keep hydrated.
Okay, cool. All right, so what we want to do is we want to remove items from the item list, right?
Exactly, delete.
Cool, so in here we've got these tests. We've got a bunch of setup in here. When there's 2 items, it marks an item as complete when toggle complete is called. We kind of want to do a really similar thing to this, probably. We could probably just, grab a copy of that and chuck it down there.
No, don't do that.
Oh,
No, don't do cut and paste programming here.
all right, well, I won't do that. Okay. Look, we already have this describe block that's set up with these, 2 line items. I think we want to do something kind of similar to what we've got here. So let's start off with an it statement.
No, don't do that.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's look at another approach. Again, I think we've got these two items here already. We're going to do something that's very, very similar to this it statement. So let me just...
No, don't do that.
Look, just let me get my thought out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're on the keys. You get it. Yeah, you're driving.
Yeah, cool. So we're probably going to have a slightly different expectation. No worries. And instead of marking the item as complete, it deletes an item when... What? Remove item
Yeah, remove item.
is called.
Look, that's great. Great start. First day, musty nerves and all that, but I think actually what we want to do is have a new expectation. It deletes an item when remove item is called.
Is that what I started doing there?
Look, we'll just comment it out, okay? And then over here, arrow functions, you across them. That's ES6 all the way here. I'll just copy that for a sec. Sorry, is that still annoying you? Look, great try, but just we'll get rid of that. That was just annoying, I could see that. And basically then, we expect that one of them will be deleted, which is the 1, 2, 3, so, wrong one, the 1, 2, 3, so I'll have the ABC. And obviously we have to call the function remove item.
Right, remove item. What does that do?
It removes an item.
Yeah, but what does it do? Like, how does it work?
Remove item, like you can see it right there. Remove item, you get it, right? It removes the item.
Yeah, but how does it work?
Remove item, get it? It's a remove item function. It removes the item. You pass the item and it removes it. You get it, right? You get it. You get it, right?
No, look, I'm not getting it. It removes the item, that's what it does. It's cool. Maybe a bit easier to see in a bigger font.
Font. Brad, he had a different font for every day of the week.
Oh,
What?
don't save that. Oh my God.
Why would you put that in an editor? Oh my God. Which one was it? Oh, this one, right. Monaco. That was huge in 2005. It was a really popular font then. Actually, given we're in Greece, Helvetica. Yeah. Oh, man.
I guess I asked for that. Can we just run the test now? Michael.
This one?
Michael, can we run the test?
Sorry?
Can you just run the test?
Oh, you good with that font?
Yeah, let's just
okay.
run the test.
Yeah, sure. So we go back here and boom, it's failing.
Okay.
Do you want to see if you can make it pass?
Sure. Okay, cool. We have a failing test. Right.
Hey, check out this photo. Is that the Parthenon?
Who is that?
It's, oh my God. Oh, let's take a selfie.
What? Michael, that is so distracting.
Whoa, Jenny's not going to be happy.
What?
It's her birthday today, and that's her phone.
What?
This is my phone, and actually checking by the time, you know what? I'm going to go for a quick run.
What?
And then after lunch, we'll regroup, okay? Catch you then.
Oh my God. I can't believe I just lost it. Threw a phone on the ground. Something's not right here. I took this job because this company was known to have a strong pairing culture. But we just can't seem to gel. It's like he doesn't even know how to pair. He doesn't have any manners. Slurping tea in my ear. Oh, and how easily was he distracted by all those fonts? Oh, I thought pairing was meant to be about collaboration. But he won't even let me see the screen. He's jumping through all the windows at lightning speed. I've got no idea what's going on. Between you and me, I don't think he even really knows. And then when I finally get my hands on the keyboard, what does he do? He rips it right out of my hands, rewriting my code. And then he tries to take a selfie with me on somebody else's phone? Oh, I don't know how this guy gets anything done. Speaking of getting things done, where is he? It's turning out to be a bloody long lunch.
Hey.
Hello? What's going on?
Oh, just, I'm still at home. I've got a delivery.
Hello? Michael?
Delivery coming today.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought we were... Hello? Michael, I can't hear you. No. Have you unmuted your mic?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, well, I got it. Hey, what's happening? I thought we were working from the office today.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, as I was running, I remembered I've got this delivery coming today. I've got one of these, it's coming to my house, and I've just got to be there to sign for it.
Did you know about that this morning?
Did I ever? Yeah, of course. I've been looking forward for this for weeks. I'm getting super excited about getting my new Herman Miller chair. This thing's going to up my coding big time.
You know what would up your coding? Better communication.
What?
Well, I could have planned my day differently if I knew that you were going to be remote pairing this afternoon.
Oh, pairing, yeah. Let's get right into it. Let's do it. Let's drive. You drive. Do you want to share the screen?
All right, let's give it a try. We're here already. Share my screen. Can you see that?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, cool. So before lunch, we had this failing test. If we jump into the code over here, whoa, what's going on?
Just having a look at the Cypress config.
Hey, Michael, it's really inappropriate for you to take control of my machine without asking.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. You go. I'll stop.
All right, thank you. Okay, cool. So before lunch, can I get it back? Yep, okay. So we had this test that was failing, and
Push. Oh, yeah.
what? Hang on, I thought I was driving. Why are you pushing code?
Oh, well, you know, that config, I thought you got to be in quick, you know. Push it and just got to be quick.
Hey, Michael,
Yeah.
I thought pairing was about collaboration and working through the problem and the code together. Maybe you should share if you want to drive.
Oh, no. It's all good, all good. You're right. Yeah, you drive. Now, what were we doing on before we went for lunch?
Okay, all right. So before lunch, we had this test, and it was failing. So if I, hello, Michael,
Yeah. Keep going. It's all good.
are you there?
Oh yeah.
Well, what happened to your camera?
Oh, hang on. Let me share that again. Where is it? FaceTime. Yeah. Good. You can see me now? Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, my daughter's just come home from school and, having just playing rah, duck, and, father-daughter time. Very important to have.
Michael, we're trying to work here.
Yeah. It's okay though, maybe you take the reins for a bit and I can even get the dinner ready for the kids.
No, hold on. That is not fair or reasonable. You need to pay attention while we're working together.
Paying attention? I mean, how is this for paying attention? Woo.
What?
Oh yeah, everything is fine.
Seriously?
These amazing animation. Like, how good is that? Whoa, confetti! You know what? I think you can just ship that. This is so good. Whoa, love hearts.
All right, Michael, look, I think it's time to set some ground rules.
Pizza.
Michael,
Yeah.
I think it's time, no, come on. I think it's time to set some ground rules if we're going to do this thing remote.
Ground rules? Yeah, okay, sure. What have you got in mind?
Well, first, can we just agree to keep our cameras on? Tuple has such good noise suppression, I can't even tell if you're still there.
All right, yeah, no, that makes sense. It means you can see if I'm reading, thinking, or I can see if you're just confused. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, cool. Well, next, let's agree to have one driver at a time. If you think you want to take control of my machine or look at something on your machine, just say so, and we can both have the same expectations.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's fair enough. I guess it would help keep us both more focused.
Yeah, all right. Last one. We really need to stop with all these distractions. Is that chair there yet?
No, actually got a delay notification, probably next week.
All right, well then I think it's only fair you come into the office. It's my first day. The plan was that you'd be here. Let's just stick to the plan.
Okay, see you in 10.
Wow, that was hard work. Anyone tried remote pairing? Here? No? You can relate to that? I'm sure we all know if we're going to pair remotely, we need to be communicating at the next level. You can't just be off doing a separate thing. You really need to be present in the moment so we can work together. Speaking of present in the moment, look who's back. Hey.
Hey!
What do you listen to when you go running?
Oh, not music. Like, I'm all serious, Podcasts about things like functional programming. It's the only way to become a 10x developer. And actually, talking of 10x developers, you could become a 10x developer too if you come and join me and pair with me with JetBrains products, eh? And as endorsed by Michael, god of pair programming, right?
All right. Where were we up to?
I think you're writing that test, right?
Oh.
Yeah, come on.
We already wrote the test.
Yeah, just run it. I think you need to run it just to see if it's still failing. Do you want me to do that?
Oh, that's my machine.
It's all good.
Didn't you get lunch at home?
Well, I couldn't cook dinner for the kids and this and that. But we've got to pump those lines of code out. Just keep going.
Look, why don't we take a longer lunch break today?
Nah, I think we're all good.
No, you can go finish your lunch, get cleaned up. Let's meet you back here in 15 minutes.
No, we've got to look. The office is full. We've got to pump those codes out. That code out.
I think a break would be good.
No,
Like,
I think.
to be honest, you're dripping sweat all over me.
Oh,
I did actually get some on my leg. That wasn't part of this. You touched my computer. Also wasn't part of this. And it's really distracting.
Okay. Look, I'll take a quick shower and see you back here in a sec.
Oh. Hey, Jody. Oh, yeah, no, the first day's okay. Oh, do you know what? Well, actually, you wouldn't believe the guy that I have to code with. He must be the world's biggest keyboard hog. And honestly, you should hear this guy explaining callback functions to me. Eh? Yeah. No, he's not my type. Like, he came back from his run, dripping sweat all over me. And you know, perfect timing. Mr. Know-it-all is on his way back now to probably tell me how to hang up the phone. Hey, I probably need to go, but could you just check to see if my old job is still open, just in case? Yeah, okay, awesome, thanks. Okay, chat to you soon, bye.
Hey,
Hello.
you know, I've had a bit of a think about it. Me coming back here sweaty, Savlaki all through my beard, dripping all over you and your machine. I mean, that must have made you feel uncomfortable. Sorry about that.
Oh, wow, thanks for acknowledging that. Should we try and write that test now?
Yeah, you go.
Okay, cool. So if we go back over to this code, are you going to cut your toenails next?
Toenails in the office? Come on, Selena, there's a line, and that's going definitely over the line.
Yeah, put that in your pocket. Okay, cool. So we have this test we wrote before, and it's failing. It's failing.
Yeah, so let's implement it.
Okay. So when there are two items, it deletes an item.
Whoa, did you see that notification? Cake time.
Oh my God, this guy's so hard to work with. There's a new distraction every 2 minutes, and he's disgusting. What kind of person cuts his nails at the desk, at the pairing desk? Even when you're remote, you know, you can actually hear the clippers through the mic. I suppose he did apologise for sweating on me, though. But still, he clearly has very little consideration for others. I bet he's one of those guys who lives in his mother's basement playing computer games and out watching girls fight on the weekend.
Ha! New girl got lucky, paired up with me today. I know more than anyone about this code base. But why am I trying to have this pissing contest with her? After all, John did hire her to 10x the team. Hell, I don't even know if you'd hire me anymore. And she clearly has a good understanding of the core concepts. Maybe if I gave her more of a chance, maybe I could actually learn something from her. Maybe I should make more of an effort. Hey, this cake's pretty good. It reminds me of birthday cake I had on Saturday when I picked up my son from a birthday party.
Oh, you have a son?
Phew, I got 4 kids.
4 kids? Whew, you must be a busy man. I guess you don't fit in much time for coding outside of work then.
Yeah, pretty busy, but I managed to squeeze in a few, hobby projects here and there.
Oh, really? Are you working on anything interesting at the moment?
Oh yeah, I'm doing some things with ABA.
ABA? Is that a framework?
No, not a framework. ABA is the Australian Breastfeeding Association. I'm doing some volunteer work for their website.
Oh, wow. That sounds great. I didn't expect that from you.
Yeah. You must be having a cruisy day, first day.
Yeah, it's been a little bit harder to get started than I thought it would be.
Yeah, architecture on this project's pretty evolved.
No, it's not that. It's just, even at a high level, no one can seem to explain to me, what is the purpose of what we're trying to do here?
Huh, maybe it hasn't been as clear as I thought. You know what? Why don't we go over to the whiteboard and see if I can give you a better understanding there?
Oh, okay. Well, let's get back into the code. All right, and... How do I do it? What?
Whoa, that's not what you think.
Girl fights on his computer. I knew it.
It's just a good friend of mine. She's a kickboxer, and I'm just doing some video editing from her last fight last Saturday.
Well, that's pretty cool. She looks badass. Did she win?
Oh, we could talk about that later. You know, we probably should have started with this right at the beginning. So if we take an overview, if we think about our component structure for our to-do list as it is currently implemented, we have an app component which renders a new item form and a list of items.
Right. And we want to be able to delete an item, so there's probably going to be a button on the item component.
Correct. However, it's the app component whose responsibility it is to tell the item list which items to render.
Ah. So we need to add a function to the app component which gets triggered when we click the delete button.
Precisely.
And in order to call it, we'll have to pass a reference to the function down to the item component.
I think we're both on the same page now. Do you want to have a crack at implementing it? We could ping pong for a bit.
Ping pong? You want to play ping pong? I think we've had enough distractions for one day.
Oh, no. Ping pong pairing, it's where one person writes the test and the other person writes the implementation and then writes the next test, and you swap backwards and forwards like ping pong.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like a good way to stay focused. Let's give it a go.
Cool. All right, well, we already have hang on a sec. You can't even see the screen. There's some basic ergonomics we should probably sort out right from the beginning. We've actually got a second keyboard and mouse, and if we put those there and maybe move the screen between us, we can both see equally, and we can then both contribute equally. Huh? Is that much better?
Yeah, that is better. Maybe we could just put the font up a little bit as well in the editor.
Yeah, let's do that. Do you want me to switch it up as well?
No.
Okay.
I think we stay with this font.
Good point. All right, so if I remember correctly, we do actually have that failing test where we're saying deletes an item, remove item is called, and it's not being called, which means maybe you want to have a go at implementing it.
Yeah, okay, cool. So this is in the app, so we should be calling this remove item function. So if I go over to the app, in here we have the list of items, and we just want to pass in there a remove item function, remove item. Okay, cool. And that's what it does.
Oh, you wanted to see the implementation, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have let you drive more of that. Yeah.
Now I get it.
Oh, good.
Okay. All right, cool. So then if I go over to the terminal, we run the test.
Woo!
Test is passing.
Yeah, there's some good
Woo!
pairing. Let's commit.
Well, hold on. Maybe we should jump in the browser. Let's make sure it actually does what we think it's going to do.
Right, okay.
So if I come over here, do a refresh, and we do a hello turkey. Oh, no.
Delete that. Oh my God, the button is not there.
There's no button.
Right.
Oh no.
Okay, so it's too early to commit.
Yeah, okay.
Well, maybe you could then write that next test.
Yeah, that's right. So now if we go into the item component, and we look at the item test, we've got this block here where there's two items. We can toggle complete one. We could probably do a similar thing here, and we could remove one. So
I think I'm learning something with this cut and paste programming. It's saved me so much typing.
Right, so it's going to call remove item. We're not going to check a checkbox. It's going to be when the button is clicked, cool, and we're going to find not a checkbox input. We're going to find a button. We're going to click that button, and we're going to mock remove item. Cool. And if we go over to the terminal now, we have next failing test. Method simulator is meant to be run on one node. We didn't find any nodes. There are no buttons there. So ping pong, over to you. You can write the implementation now.
Cool, thanks. So no button. So that was in the item test. So I presume in the item JSX, we can just add a button. So much tension. And this should help unblock that test because we should have a button now.
Yeah.
And as it runs, we can see that it now found something, but it said it still hasn't called the function to remove the item. So we've got a button, but no way to remove it. As you can see, the button there, but does nothing. Still can't get rid of turkey. So over here, we actually need to, on call, call a function.
Cool. I think you want to on-click there.
Wow, that's quick feedback. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, made a mistake. It would have taken forever in a PR process. And then that is remove item with the ID. Let's see if that passes. Cool, I think we're now ready to
Nice.
commit.
Well, let's just, again, check in the browser. Let's make sure it works.
Oh yeah, so in that browser, we not only have a button, but whoa,
Woo!
we can get rid of that, and we can say, hello, Athens, thanks for pairing, and we can still get rid of that. That's good. Hey,
That's good.
do you mind, we do this as a bit of a kind of thing in this company, to do a lol commit where the camera goes on and we just get a quick video together. Do you mind if we do one together?
Yeah, let's do it. Do you think we should get them involved?
I think so. Let's
Do you guys
do
want
it.
to be in a lol commit? Yes! Okay, not yet. Not yet. Get ready.
All right, Athens,
Yeah.
you're going to press
Enter?
enter. Yeah.
Ready? You have to kind of animate for a
And
while.
animate yourselves. Oh, there's the camera. Woohoo! Yeah!
And it's still going.
Yeah.
Could take a minute.
Takes a minute. It's like processing. I don't know. These new AMD machines, they just still going, still going, still going. Whew. All right. We do want to see what it looks like, though. Come on. You can do it. It was much faster on the Intel machines. Moment preserved in history.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Woo!
Athens.
Woo! Nice.
Hey, you know what? It's almost the end of the day. Must be time for a quick retro. What do you think went well today?
Well, I think that last piece of ping pong pairing was a huge success. We managed to smash out that feature in no time.
I agree, and stepping back to draw it up all on the whiteboard really helped get both of us on the same page.
Well, there were a few things that didn't go so well, though.
Really? Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, there was one or two distractions throughout the day.
One or two. I can recall a lot more than one or two. You playing with your phone, switching up my fonts every 2 minutes, and not to mention you clipping your nails at the desk.
Well, maybe I should have left that one for home. You seemed really unfocused when I came back from my run too.
Because you were literally dripping sweat and souvlaki all over me. I definitely think it was more productive to take a longer lunch in that case.
Well, it did work out for us in the end. But maybe next time we pair, if we had some sort of guideline to help us get started, then we could be more effective sooner.
Well, maybe before the guideline, how about we take a quick tour and recap of why we want to pair in the first place?
That's a great idea. How about you kick us off, and I'll try and ask all the curvy questions that probably the audience is thinking about as to why we would want to pair, rather than just writing code solo. Let's remember that writing code solo is one developer, one computer, and is usually, code is committed, pull request is done at the end before it's reviewed and given to the team, and only then is it reviewed by the team before it's deployed to production. So tell us why pairing is so good.
Yeah, well, pairing has a bunch of perks. It boosts code quality because 2 sets of eyes are on it catching errors or bugs that one person might miss. And let's be real, life is way more fun with friends. We always have such a great time pairing. You do enjoy pairing with me, don't you, Michael?
Well, sure, you're lots of fun. But, computers and desks are made for one person usually. And what about all those movies showing hackers as lone wolves in dark rooms with hoodies and headphones on, just hacking away at the code, totally zoned in? Isn't developing software about getting in the zone, flying solo, listening to music or silence, no distractions, just you and the code?
Well, you know what happens when developers get in the zone, don't you? I'll sum it up in 2 words. Over-engineering. That's right. Software is about people. Not only the people who use the software, but also the other people who have to maintain it. Teaming up means more collaboration, which makes for better work vibe and lifts morale. We share our skills and we learn from each other. Plus, fresh pairs can improve best practices and share ideas while working together or pair swapping.
Maybe, but 2 people, 1 piece of code, that's a lot of resources. That's a lot of resources. Oh, yeah. How did that happen? Oh, that's not... Lucky we're pairing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I could see what you were doing there. It's a lot of resources. 2 people, one bit of code, and a lot of money. Surely companies and developers wouldn't be keen on dragging out development time.
Well, sure, I mean, it could seem more expensive, but how often have you been stuck deciding between two options about how to implement a solution, or staring blankly at your screen trying to figure out, why is that test broken, only for someone to come along and point out the blatant typo? You know, according to Alistair Cockburn's 2000 paper, pair programming only takes 15% more time to solve a problem. But there's so many added benefits: better design, fewer bugs, less risk, and it's more fun, statistically proven.
Better design, but I already know all the best designs. After all, I am a 10x developer.
Is that a fact?
Statistically proven.
Right, software moves faster than you or I could keep up with, but pairing can help. If someone learns something new, they can share the good bits with you. Just by being in the same place at the same time, you can pick up new skills and knowledge much faster than if you had to learn it all by yourself. And juniors love it too, pairing with pros, seeing different ways to look at problems and implement solutions.
I mean, sure, juniors would love a hand, but can't most tasks easily be handled by one solo developer?
Can they? Any code you write solo, you still want reviewed in a PR.
Yeah.
And what mundane tasks are you talking about that can be handled by a solo developer? If they're that mundane and boring, write a program as a peer, get rid of the boring work, and focus on how software can solve business problems, which are hard and require collaboration.
Okay, so pairing is awesome for learning and communications. But what about personality clashes? I mean, some folks just don't jive with high-energy pairing. Not everyone likes talking loud or sitting shoulder to shoulder all day. I mean, look at the examples today: distractions, personal hygiene, aligning understanding, aligning your calendar. I mean, the list goes on. Skilled coders might prefer their own coding turf.
Prefer their own coding turf. Yeah, but remember what I said before. Someone else is going to need to maintain that code. Good developers look beyond themselves and will actively seek to serve the greater good. There's definitely going to be personality clashes. That's inevitable. It's part of life. We're humans. We all have to deal with that. And no one ever said pairing was easy, but a large part of collaboration is about compromise, negotiation, and bringing everyone along for the journey.
Sounds like a lot of work to me. Flying solo takes way less effort, gives devs flexibility to work when and how they want. That's great for independent workers who like their own creative freedom. They dive deep into stuff that sparks their interest, exploring new ways to tackle things. It's smoother to work at their own pace, developing your style and testing new ideas. It lets people work when and how they want.
Well, you do kind of have a point there. Human interactions are much more difficult than code interactions. For one thing, the code doesn't talk back. And being in constant communication with someone all day, every day, can be exhausting, even for extroverts. So one of the keys to effective pairing is taking lots of breaks. Pomodoro actually is a good technique to practice actively switching between concentration time and breaks.
Yep, I have seen many people put focus time slots in their calendar. I suppose pairing time would do the same thing. And you were right, it's only one other person that you need to be flexible with. What if a team decided they wanted to introduce the practice? How would they go about getting started?
Yeah, well, pairing may look daunting from the outside, but it's almost like a way of life. If you commit to it with an open mind and work first on creating a safe culture for people to express their opinions, you can learn to get past those difficult human interactions. If you commit to practicing 100% of the time, with the obvious exception of some meetings and when people are away, then it will become second nature in no time. And once your team is performing, those fast feedback cycles will really start to pay off, with better results, better shared understanding of what everyone's doing.
Well, you've convinced me. Now that we know why we want to pair and how teams could be successful in adopting this practice, how about a guideline to help us be more effective sooner?
Right, and the first thing is probably going to be to sort out ergonomics. Once we both had equal access to the machine, it was much easier for both of us to contribute.
Yeah, that's a great starting point. Another one may be just to eliminate all distractions from the beginning.
Yep, and if we take regular breaks, there's still plenty of opportunity for things like social media, tea breaks, snacks, personal hygiene. Did you put on deodorant?
I did.
Yeah, outside of pairing time.
Right, and lastly, regardless of how small or simple the work seems to be, talking through it and coming up with a plan early on means you can focus sooner on coming up with an improved design and doing the work.
And most importantly, we both have an opportunity to contribute our ideas and 10x our pairing.
You don't... As you can see, you don't need much to get started, just a few simple guidelines and an open mind. We've hoped you've enjoyed our presentation today. We've been Selena Small and Michael Milewski. Thank you very much. Selfie?
Huh?
Selfie? All right, we're going to do a quick selfie whilst they got the questions coming up. I've got to stand back because otherwise I'm 3 times bigger than her. Woo! Hands up, yeah!
We love pairing! No? Okay.
So, we have many questions for you guys.
Wow.
Wow,
Around
amazing
7.
speech.
Wow.
So many people want to know more.
Maybe if you guys turn out and let's face the audience as well, yeah.
I can read my questions from here.
Oh, and then we got the questions. Yeah, let's stand around the table.
I'd like to say that this was an amazing presentation. Thank you so much. You gave a lot of effort to this, I'm sure. You remind me of, actors on Broadway. You know, you really gave it a try to bring your points out about how pair programming can give you benefits versus,
Or
of
not.
course, or not, and the faults that you can get into. But it was amazing because through this interactive, and the playful, sketches that you introduced, I think that everything is going to stay in our minds. We will remember all these points that you made, and that was amazing. And we really thank you for this. I've never seen a tech presentation like that before in my life, and I thank you for that. All the way from Australia, guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
We really enjoyed it.
It was really challenging for us.
Yeah,
for
just as a quick
volunteering,
thank you though, thanks for believing in us, right? We are all the way in Australia. We kind of,
Yes.
you're getting a few pieces of paper and it's like, these guys are going to deliver something great and you've believed in us, you've got us over here and we're delighted with this audience and to present today.
And it was a
was
great
really-
presentation, and well worth it. Yeah, well worth it.
Thank you.
I'm sure the audience loved it as
We
well.
discussed that also yesterday. It was a bit challenging for us to bring 2 people from Australia for a volunteering conference. So
Yes.
we did our best to find someone to sponsor the travel, the accommodation expenses, everything. And we hope you liked it here, you enjoyed it here.
Yeah.
And we also hope the attendees also liked it. So thank you so much. It was our pleasure. And let's see what the questions are, and you will be here until the end of the conference, of course, okay?
right.
So that people can find you outside. I think they have more questions.
Absolutely.
And autographs also.
Oh,
Are you getting into Netflix
Netflix
next
series.
month or something? You could try it. I mean, you have talent, guys.
So, starting. Amazing presentation. What about neurodivergent people and different paces and needs? How to facilitate pairing in such a situation?
Ooh.
Do you want to go first? Or?
No. That's a good question, though.
It's a great question, and I think as we become more conscious that we're not all normal, right? We've got different traits, different views, and I think some of the things that we can reflect on that were maybe more common was people with bad eyesight. So if you've ever paired with somebody who's got bad eyesight, they will have a really large screen reader. They can still commit code. They can still write the code without you. You're only going to learn by being with them. You're not going to learn by being without them. So I think if you let go of your ego and say, right, I'm happy with you driving, you guiding, and I'm just there for the journey, that's the way to deal with neurodivergent, with new pairs, with juniors, with seniors. And only when you've got, once you've got a rhythm, then you can kind of fine-tune that. But that initial thing, whether it's it's probably almost better because it just means we're both new to this, we need to practice.
Yes. And I guess the concept having a junior with an experienced person next to him, guiding him, introducing to the culture and the coding style of the company, that also helps a newcomer join the company faster and learn faster what is needed from him, right, through the collaboration.
Yeah, I think there's two really important things that you always need to have in the back of your mind is, number one, slowing down, because the whole point of pair programming is to have this knowledge sharing. And if somebody's just zooming at lightning speed and knowing all the answers, dragging the other person through the code base and the things that we do at work, you're not going to get that knowledge sharing. You're not going to have that. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I mean, you do need to consider that everyone has different preferences and different ways of working. And pairing doesn't have to mean 2 people, 1 keyboard for 8 hours a day, because even the best pairers probably can't do that very effectively for a whole week. True. So there are a number of different techniques that you can use where you split off and you have time to think about the problem, you come back together, you talk about that, you join together. The pace and slowing down and creating a safe environment is number one, because if you're not safe to say, hey, I need to take a break, then you're just not going to be effective, right? Mm-hmm, Whether you're, any version of,
And let's remember the opposite of that is you write solo code, I look at a PR, LGTM, and I have no idea what you've done. I have no understanding. I have no idea if it's got an impact. So that slowing down is actually speeding you up, because then both of us know.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so, let's go to the next one. I've just observed some possible challenges with a smile. Do you have a list of basic do's and don'ts for pairing, guidelines for getting started? You mentioned it during the speech. At the end, it became more about the learning, aspect of how this works. But maybe we can say a couple of things also.
Yeah, I mean, to reiterate that final list, right? Take breaks. And even if you think you don't need a break at 40 minutes, you probably need a break. Just go and get a coffee. Go and do a stretch. Do something, because that's the only way you're going to maintain that. Mm-hmm.
Well, but also just to get started with a new pair, right? You're in this new dynamic. You may know each other from the workplace, but you haven't been in this close quarters, right? Yes. So you're trying to establish first, how do we communicate together? Mm-hmm. How do we work together? How does the other person think? What is their kind of cadence? And so the first part, really, when I start with a new pair, I probably spend the first 2 hours just chatting, just getting to know them, And once we can kind of gel and we can feel safe, then we can start working together and start being quite effective. So I would definitely say start off by just having a chat, just talking about something.
Yes.
No kind of, no serious, no deadlines, no pressure. You need to create that safe environment first.
That's a good point, yeah.
There's a question here that we would like also to ask you. How to enforce the collaboration and how to enforce pair programming in the culture, how to make the trainings, what happens?
Yeah, that's a good one. So where I work at Fresho, I've been here for 6 years, and the company when I started, we had contractors. Our first CTO came in and he replaced all contractors with internal developers, and he just straight from the beginning said, we are 100% pair programming, 100% of the time, nobody ever solos, we all pair, we all do hardcore testing, we all work on trunk, and if you don't like it, don't work with us. So we only hired people who wanted to pair at the beginning, and ever since then, we're still kind of, scale up phase, we're still quite small, we're not like enterprise level, but so far we've managed to attract all people that want to pair, and a few people have come in and realised they didn't like it, and then they decided to move on. That's fine. But in general, we've created this culture from the beginning. But your question might be about trying to introduce it to a company that...
Yes, and if we are allowed to change pairs during a feature development, for example. I started with Selena, and then I want to continue with Michael. Does that also happen?
Yes, So different teams will swap pairs on a different cadence. So me, personally, I like to spend a week with somebody and then maybe a week with somebody else. So weeks are good for me. I think Michael's pretty into like 30-minute pair swaps. Get the people moving.
The thing is, back to Scott's presentation yesterday. Ask yourself why. Why am I writing code by myself? Why am I coming up with method names? Why am I giving a PR review and then getting frustrated with responses, or giving a PR review and being frustrated that the person didn't do that? And this is that opportunity. To your question, obviously when I joined Fresho, it was almost, the interview was, if you don't want to do this, don't take the job. So they managed to have a very strong leader, which created the forming, norming, storming, and performing of teams. They formed a team that wanted to do pairing. Then they stormed, and then they performed. And the performing, which I was lucky enough to still be at Fresho, meant we had new developers come on board, and within a week, they could run the code, they understood how the test framework worked, they went into production and could solve a production issue. When I left Fresho, the first company I went to, I couldn't run the code for a week and a half because I had not all the credentials. I couldn't resolve a production issue for 3 months. Initially, I was like, cool, but then I was like, are you guys going to introduce me to this? And I was like, it's very hard for 3 months to write code when you haven't actually been across the whole system, whereas in a pairing environment, you were in that from the beginning. So the way I've managed to introduce it a little bit, 1, make it fun. 2, it's usually easier to see the benefits when you're doing it with juniors. So I like to have juniors in a team that I'm in because they will actually question and make a better product and make your design more scalable for the team, because if they understand it, everyone understands it, right? So it allows you to create a better product, and if I can get them to drive, they feel a huge benefit to say, oh my God, I'm so much more productive because I've got this developer helping me all the time. But it doesn't stop with just juniors. Like if you're serious about pairing, it has to work at senior level. It has to be there that you've got to understand that both of you are delivering better. And I think one of the parts of that is to understand Selena can build anything she wants. Michael can build anything he wants. But together we can build something that neither of us could have done by ourselves. And if you see that benefit, then you're on the right path.
Great.
We
don't have time for more questions.
Okay.
I'm sorry for that, but
This one has a lot of votes. That's why I wanted to press it. What is your view
we
on
are
mob?
over the time.
We're over the time.
We're going to go outside and do some
more
mob programming there.
Yes.
Mob programming.
You can find
That
everyone.
was the
Please,
question.
all of us, a big applause for Sipal for making this
Yes.
come true, for bringing Michael and Selena.